Hey everyone, did you know it is National Camping Month? June. The month of June is National Camping Month. I'm Karen Laws, the Interior Dog Trainer.
Hey, I'm Karen Laws, the Interior Dog Trainer, and I'm glad you're here. Remember, training time is all the time. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next.
And today, I'm not training dogs. I'm actually celebrating National Camping Month. Who knew? I didn't know that when I booked this trip, but boy, oh boy. When I get out here in my little Miss B, I remember how much I love it. And to celebrate, as I say, I love it. And here we have a little Miss Pippi, but I'm going to give you a little tour of my setup here. We pulled in late last night, and because I have everything in here in this little RV, I don't have to pop up a tent and all that business, which I know some people love it, and that's great. I don't, not because I'm always late. Because I'm trying to squeeze in that last dog or that last client. So then I just want to be able to jump in and go, and that's exactly why I bought this way back in the pandemic, 2022. It's a 2020, but they seem to be ageless. So I'm going to give you a tour of my setup here. You can see I have a wire sticking out of my door there. Here's what it is. And you might find this odd, but the first thing that I did when I came in last night, when I arrived, was set up my Starlink, because I want to stay connected. And this allows me as a business owner to stay in touch as much or as little as I need to, but I can certainly keep my my finger on the pulse of my business. But you can see we got a nice, we're pretty much full sun here. We've got a nice canopy. I have this little sand mat, they call them, and it sucks up the sand because everything here is wet. And I define it. I put my little table out. This table goes up a little bit higher. I sometimes use it for a cook table. This year, one of my lovely clients gave me this Rux box as a gift. And boy, am I loving it. You can put all, I call it the appliance garage. I put all the stuff in there that would be just in the way in here. And this thing is waterproof, is durable, and it holds a lot. I also invested in a heavy duty cooler this year. We'll see. It's a Woods Arctic version. I'm not going to open it, but it's supposed to keep ice good for 4 days. We'll see. And I have a little Outland little fire pit here, Outland Living fire pit. You can see the lid still on it, or in the bag, because it's still new. I haven't figured out how to light it yet. We're working on that. Yep. So, and one of the things I love about these Pleasureways are these drop-down screens by Rolef. That's rolef.ca, Canadian company, and man, they fit, custom fit. I've got them for my passenger, each window, so on a hot day like this, like it's hot, I can leave the windows down, not worry about bugs, and also it's private. So how cool is that? And I can have air flowing through all night long, plus my little, what they call it, fantastic fan up there that just hums away. I am plugged in, as you can probably figure out, but if I wasn't, this unit has solar panels, and also has a generator, which is loud, but it has solar panels as well. So we're good. Plus it has pretty good battery capacity. And you can see at the back, more Rolef screens. I've never used this before, to be honest with you. I've never opened up the back because I've never been in a place that I've had this kind of privacy. So where am I? I'm in Ferris Provincial Park here in Ontario. And so I get, once the sun goes off the van, I open up those curtains. I had them open last night. And it was so refreshing. And then on the side, I have a window open. This is where the hydro comes out. All the utilities on this side, the Truma hot water tank, my utility center, which opens up to plug in, cable TV, if you can believe it. That's where the propane switch is, and also the city water hookup, which is kind of one of the things I do when I leave, and just before I'm going to pull out, is come around and do a circle check and double check all those things to make sure everything's turned off. Also has an outside shower, hot and cold, which you want to understand why June is the best month to camp. Take a look around. This is a very busy provincial park. Normally, take a look around. Nobody here. And this morning there was somebody over there and they left, and there was somebody one over and they left. Part of the reason that I think it's weekday, today's a Wednesday, kids are in school, that's the time to camp. And then we've got ruts here because we've had nothing but rain until the last 2 days. So yeah, and nobody next door to me either. So how cool is that? And so that's the setup from the outside, and there's what it looks like. And I call it my little Miss B. I talked to her all winter. It's all right, Miss B, in a couple months we're going to be going out. Then it was a couple weeks, then it was a couple of days, and then it was today's the day we are heading out. And she never lets me down. That's what I love about it. First of all, I love the Mercedes for that reason. It's so reliable. And the Pleasureway, nothing, everything's just like function. I pay professionals to winterize it so that nothing can go wrong. And I just have to basically hop in and go. And it took me all day yesterday to get ready, in spite of the fact that I thought I had everything ready to go. There's always those things, right? So this is leg number 1 of a 2-leg trip. I go home on Friday. I'll be back in camping on Sunday for the final leg of the trip, where it leads into the Pleasureway Rally, where I see all my Pleasureway friends. So this is my outside setup. Let's take a look inside. So when I'm ready to go in, I just reach over here and I grab this little tab and I open it up, and it's all magnetic. And then I step in, side, hi Pip. So Pippi's crate is now in the middle. We have a shoe bin here. Someone was asking me about shoes, how you contain them. This holds 4 sets of shoes. Once again, it's another Roll-F product. And I have all my little annoying little stuff that ends up all over the place, like poop bags, shopping bags, maps, umbrellas. I don't know what's in that one. Cleaning cloths, all that sort of stuff. This is another Roll-F product. Just clips on the back of the seat, and you don't even know what's there. Boy, it's handy because it takes stuff that, especially on bad weather days. And I've got my wallet in here so that nobody can see it. I can leave the vehicle and not have to worry that everything's out. Everything's so one full Roll-F wall there. Containment. That's a 3 compartment unit, and the shoes. And then Pippi's crate, of course, is right here. And she actually usually sleeps in that. She'll go in there late and open the door, actually, because I was working there a minute ago. And if she comes in the afternoon, and she'll jump up here on her little seat. This seat turns around, but because her bed is on it, and mostly because the crate's in the middle, I lose that option, but that's okay. Privacy curtains in the front, so no one can see in unless I want them to. And then here's the magic piece. When we came in, you saw how when on launch day, which was yesterday, all this stuff was jam-packed full, and the couch was up. And generally, if it's a miserable day, I put the couch up. But this morning, I actually slept in till 8. So I left the bed down. But that's what the bed looks like. There's my little computer table over there, and Pippi finding her cool spot. And this is the sink, which I mentioned before. And inside the sink, I have a little collapsible wash pan, so I can actually wash dishes outside if I want to. And you know what? That's available at Canadian Tire. You don't have to go to Amazon for that. And same thing with the rubber mat, so that you can get extra space on your stovetop. But with that lid on there, that gives me more countertop space. All my cupboards here, I'm not going to open them up, but they're all the dishes and food and bed clothes. And here, I do have to show you something with the clothes, because this is really cool. I don't know if you know about these things or not. You see how it looks like there's nothing in there, but trust me, there's a lot of clothes in these packing cubes. These were ones I ordered online from somebody called Monos, M-O-N-O-S, but you can get them. Lots of people make them. Lots of companies make them. Highly recommend packing cubes, because that is a game changer, especially if you're traveling with somebody else. Oh my God, the first time my husband came with me on this, we had just a mess of clothes. And that's all food there. And here, which I don't use, oops, is the gear for the TV, which is here, and the soundbar. Haven't used it yet, but it's coming. We'll get there. And then microwave. So this way, it really isn't. I have to say, I've bought into the glamping thing. I used to be embarrassed to say it was glamping, but you know what? That's what it is. I worked my whole career. And there's what we call the cab. I have all these little gadgets here now. Extra things to hang, extra hooks there. I went for a 3-hour walk this morning. I literally was soaked when I came back. A little gadget to hang garbage bags on. Extra hooks. These are stick-on hooks, and you can put them on the mirror. They come off pretty easy to slide them up, but you know, you can never have enough things to hang, hooks to hang things on. And there's another one back in behind the seat. These little things I bought for, like, I don't know, they were free. We did a gear swap, and there was 4 of them there, and I didn't know really if they'd be of any value, but they're great for shoving in receipts. And if things like this is you know, stuff that you put up here. If you run out of space up there, you can stick it up there. I've already got my binoculars in here. That might be a little heavy for the road, but it's harmless. You don't have to drill holes, and it works. You look for efficiency. Pippi's harness just hangs over the back seat, so she doesn't have to worry about it, and I don't have to worry about it. My extra little towel bar that I put in here in the winter, and this little magic gadget that takes all of the stuff that used to drive me crazy. You know, as you get older, you need more stuff. But, you know, deodorant, mouthwash, and all facial stuff. You know, I work outside a lot, so I have a big skincare regime. I do not just wash and go. There's all kinds of stuff in there. And you can see this thing, and it's got rigid things on the bottom. There's the sunblock stuff. I haven't even filled it up yet, but I was going to put the bottom stuff for kitchen and bath. So I've got a few kitchen things in there, one empty, and then extra spare tea towels in there. So this was an Amazon purchase. It was pretty cheap. You can also divide it. There's a zipper here. You can divide it. Initially I had it for 3 in the front, 3 in the back, but I love this because it keeps it nice and neat. The bathroom is too small to do anything with other than use it as a bathroom. And but this here, look at that magic. And this was something I learned at the Pleasure Way rally last year. Thank you to Amanda and Peter for their ingenious idea. They have a unit exactly the same as mine. This is a friction fit shower bar, and it's a good place to have extra toilet paper and extra paper towels. Once again, those annoying bulky things that you have to have, but they take up floor space. As you can see in this, there's not too much floor space in there, but I did have them jammed in there before, but this is so much nicer. This rug is just a remnant upside down. There is a drain there because there's a shower, which I'm never going to use. It's too small. There's a curtain and everything there. Some people take the curtain off. You can just to wrap it all around. I just don't bother using it. I actually use the outside shower more than anything else. So that is the inside tour. And when it's raining, no big deal. We just come in here, turn on my little, I don't know where it's gone. Yeah. Turn on my little inside speaker because the Starlink works whether it's raining or not. I've got my what they call Loom Cube here when I'm doing team meetings and conference calls and all that sort of thing. So this is the different with the tiny home craze. This is it. I could live here. Pretty much you learn how to adopt a minimalist lifestyle, and it is beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I hope you have your opportunity to take advantage of National Camping Month. Go RVing Canada and go RVing in America too. It is the lifestyle.